Hello, I am Beena Khandelwal. In this video, we will learn UDP client and server programming in Python. We will cover what is UDP, the steps for UDP client server programming, UDP server program, UDP client program, and the output. Features of UDP. Where TCP is a stream-oriented protocol ensuring that all of the data is transmitted in the right order, UDP is a message-oriented protocol. UDP does not require a long-lived connection, so setting up a UDP socket is a little simpler. UDP messages must fit within a single packet of size maximum 65535 bytes, including header information, and delivery is not guaranteed as it is with TCP. User datagram protocol is connectionless protocol which is suitable for applications that require efficient communication that does not have to worry about packet loss. For gaming applications, this tends to be the perfect protocol due to the lower overhead incurred as opposed to TCP. Now the steps to create a client-server program. First of all, for the server, we create a TCP IP socket using the command socket.socket. The family is af.inet and the type is sock.datagram. Then second step, we bind the socket to the port where the server address consists of the port and the address. So we do this with sock.bind. Then the messages are read from the socket using receive from, which returns the data as well as the address of the client from which it was sent with the command receive from, where it returns data and address. Then to send the message to the client, the command used is send to, which sends the message to the address. Now the client. Client does not use bind to attach its socket to an address. It uses send to deliver its messages directly to the server. So to create a UDP socket for client, we use socket.socket where the type is af.inet and the family is sock.datagram. Then the server address consists of the host and the port number. The message is whatever message we want to send. It can be input also. To send this message, the client uses send to function which sends message as well as the address of the server where this message has to be sent. The client can receive back response from the server using receive from, where the size can be specified, how many bytes it can be received. Now this is our server program. We will first of all create a socket, then bind this socket to the address. Then the server receives the data from the client using receive from. Then the server can also send this data, another data back to the client using send to function. Now this is our client program. Here we create a socket using socket.socket. Then the client sends the information which it wants to send or the message using the send to function. Then it can receive message from the client using receive from, and once again if it has to send, then it can, in a loop, it can use the send to function to send the messages again and again. This is the output of the client server programming in UDP. Here we see that this is a server program. We start the server in the beginning and then we start the client program. When the client is started, then the client socket is binded to the address port number 645432. So first of all, the client starts the communication and the name, whatever the message is there, it is. This message is received by the server at port 61910 and this message is received. Once again, if the server wants to send the message, it sends its new message and this message is received by the client. Once again, if the client wants to send the message, it again sends the message and this message is again received by the client. The server can once again send message to the client and this message is received. If the client wants to say why or to disconnect, then the message received by the server from the client is received and the client is terminated. Now let us execute this program in Spider. So this is our server program and this is our client program. We use to Anaconda prompt to execute the commands. So here first of all we execute our server program and then we execute our client program. Now the client program is asking your name, right? This is received by the server. Now if the server wants to send some message, you can type the message. This message is again received by the client. The client wants to enter some message. This message is received by the server. If the server wants to send message, sends the message, and if the client wants to say bye, then the connection is disconnected. Thanks for watching video.